Tak, zdar nazdar, hrdinové a dobrodruzi. Jak je vidět, Geralt má nový oblečení. Moje medvědí zbroj se tady poflakuje na věšáku. Mně bylo líto, že Geralt tady běhá v té šílený, prošívaný tom kabátu s tou kroužkou zbrojí. Tak jako samozřejmě beru to s nadsázkou, může mi to být jedno, je to postava složená z jedniček a nul. Ale prostě chci si to teďka trošku jako užít v tom Tusántu. Furt jsem nad tím přemýšlel a udělal jsem si mantikoří zbroj, což je zbroj, která se nevylepšuje od té první až po velmistrovskou, ale rovnou máte na levelu 40. Je to středně těžká zbroj. No, naflákal jsem tam nějaký slabší kveny, protože jsem všechno prodal. Pořád mi zbylo 22 000, tady dokonce nemám na ten meč, co bych tam hodil. Původně jsem myslel, že změním i ten build, ale pak se mi s tím nechtělo dělat. Kdybych to chtěl udělat, tak koupil jsem si 2 elixíry očisty, jako že udělám nějaký na tu střední zbroj, bych tam naflákal ty něco na meče, nějaký znamení, ale co už, jenom jsem přehodil. Tady jsem vzal na středně těžkou zbroj, že mi to zvyšuje trošku znamení, protože mi přišlo zbytečný nosit perk na těžkou zbroj, když momentálně na sobě těžkou zbroj nemám, že? Tak, jinak jsem to všechno nechal při starém. Jsem na Corvo Bianco a tady máme tu hodnou paní, co jsem jí odklal z toho vichta, tak jenom se s ní můžu pokecat. Ono mi to uzavře nějaký ještě.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone
No, to nechce nikdo.
The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
Zůstaň tady.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies,
To se dám líbit.
nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Dojte
House
si
could use a
můžete.
woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home,
Ježiš, já nic
the
nechci.
Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Já mám za to, jestli to jídlo dokonce... Ježiš, fakt mi to dalo, že mám tam jít ještě. Že mi to bude dávat nějaký bonusy to jídlo, ale když jsem tady, Tak udělám jednu věc, tyjo. Hned bych se zakous. Tady mám tu knihovnu, že jo. Že si můžu... Jo, už si čte. Získáváme bonus ke zkušenostem. Super. A tady bych měl získat bonus... Teď nevím k čemu. Good, ne? Dobře, se mi vynulovala ta z té knihovničky. Dáme ještě knihovničku. Nebo mám to? Asi jo. Tak. Tady si vylepším... Co za sekt, jo. Tady si vylepším ty zbroj a výzbroj a výstroj. Tak. Zajímá mě, jestli to padne při rychlocestování. Uvidíme. Hodím na sebe elixíry. No jinak mně přijde, že prostě ta zbroj jako k tomu zaklínači jde líp, takováhle. Kdybych dělal tu Griffy, tak ta vypadá hrozně. To je jak takovej divnej rytíř, prostě má krunýř jako na trupu, dělá mu to obří panděro a je to takový pestrobarevný, vůbec se mi to nelíbí. A jaká je tam pak ještě? Pak je tam ta... Já se musím podívat. Já mám za to, jestli se jako nemenuje Vlčí. Jo, Vlčí to je taková ta z té rockové opery, co má takovou koženou divnou kazajku s vystuženýma ramenama a celý je to takový prapodivný. Kočičí je taky nějaká taková bílá košile, něčím přepásaná. Ale nemám tu zmí. To je jedno. Budu pokračovat v tom, kde jsem skončil. Kdyby mi to s tím nešlo... Počkat. Ne, tam nechci. Zpátky. Já potřebuju si dát ten hlavní quest. Jo, já budu zase za tou Henrietou bláznivou. Nesnáším tu ženskou. Tady drhne šňůra od sluchátek vozib na mikině, tak doufám, že to tam nějak moc nerachtalo. Že se ty vibrace přes ten kabel přenášejí na ten mikrofon občas. No. Jinak mezi nahráváním jsem si zase udělal nějaký ty takový vedlejšáky a podobně. Tak, kde je ta blbka? Tamhle. No, tak jdem. Bude mít zase nějaký jízlivý řeči, že jo?
We all await. You are holding things up. May we depart for Castel Rovello?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing.
Jo.
Then we will be off.
Na to tady teďka ty 2 dny čekali, až se ještě převlíkne, jo. Ach jo. Bude chodit s nějakou tou kápí přes hlavu, ne? Jestli si to pamatuju dobře. Nebo ne, to nosila Triss Ranuncul přece v nějakém questu. Uvidíme. Jo, má kápu. Takový praktický boty si vzala k tomu, co? Jo, a jdeme hledat teda, co se stalo s tím vínem. Na mě už se chce zase spát.
This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Mluvíme o vyšších upírech samozřejmě.
That great will be the end of me.
Hunters have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, you beast. We shall see to this.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Co se děje?
I will show you your place, scum. Or my name is
Jo. Já tam nemám vole na tom. Teď mi to došlo. A na ten chci oběšence samozřejmě a proti zvířatům. A na stříbrňáka dáme také něco později.
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Hello, hooray. No jo. Mezi tím už jako vypálili někam dopryč. Tu ten měsíc krásný. Jo, sluší to Geralt mantikoří zbroji.
You call that escorting her illustrious highness? What were you thinking?
Captain, this is not the time for such complaints. As for you, Witcher, next time keep close.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust her illustrious highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary.
Takhle jak má tu kápi, tak to skoro vypadá, že ten Detlav tam měl namalovanou jí, co?
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you
V
to
tom,
Castel
v
Rovello?
té továrně na ty hračky.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint On my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about San Real?
I am at your service.
The San Real. How many vineyard
Zase
workers have access
dialog,
to it?
kde jenom prostě budu
One might say
odklikávat
only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At
přednastavený
least a dozen others
věty.
work here.
I see you've little notion how
Nic
wine is
neovlivním,
made.
jako mohlo
Grapes
to být
travel
5minutová
a long road
videosekvence
before they
prostě jen
become
tak.
Son Real.
Dali to tam jenom, abych
The
měl
workers
takový jakože pocit,
assist
jakože
me
něco
only to
dělám.
the stage of fermentation.
Ach jo, jak já tohle
I see to the
nenávidím.
maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Son Real. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Son Real. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for
Je
it.
to čůza.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall
Duplovaná
inspect the
čůza.
barrels in person, thus giving you time
Já
to
si nechám, aby Detlav
When I
sežral,
return,
ne?
I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Son Real stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it.
A nevím, když ji nechám sežrat, jestli mě nevyženou potom z
Of
téhle
course, Your Grace.
mapy.
Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Ale fakt by si zasloužila nechat sežrat.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to
taky
me.
neví, kam
His
chce
father
jít.
frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Rovello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Rovello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
got Pamino over here.
Kde ho mám jako najít, ale tady už jsem byl. Mimochodem tady je to kladívko, to budu potřebovat a ještě pak čep. No, to už jsem prohledával. Jo, tady se dá vylízt nahoru. Aha, už si vzpomínám. Ale jakým způsobem tam vylezu? Co, nějaký výtah nebyl by? Nebo žebřík? A tady jsou schody. Jak prosté, milí jsme. Tady někde je tamhle ta cedule. Dobře, tady bude překážet ta čůza.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Uhni.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. This one's full too. This one's full too. Full.
Zajímalo by mě, jestli by byl i tenhle ten...
This one's full too.
Takže jsou všechny plný. Aha, já myslel, že jeden bude
Looks
prázdný.
like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Jo, my
Full
budeme
they are.
degustovat.
The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Najdi čep, no jo. Najdi čep, to se ti řekne. Bych to skoro typoval, že čep bude vedle. Nemáte tady někde čep? Chardonnay. Čep mě vidno. Čep. Ha.
Got the tabs.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
To je z Lidlu něco.
Impossible. This
Krabicák.
is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Ještě vyjednává, jo.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap.
Nechám jí
You could
sežrat.
catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
Ach jo, zase další animace.
Relax. Now we wait.
Our favorite vintner. It's not him.
Proč neutočím? Proč nepoužívám? On vůbec nedělá těžký údery? Silný údery nedělám? Z nějakého důvodu normálně to drží v obou ruč. To je divný. No, nedělá těžký údery. To taky nějaká specifika tady té zbroje, že nedělám těžký údery. Nedržím já v ruce nějak pořád ten čep nebo něco takového? Ne. Mám louč, ale tu nedržím. A i kdyby, tak on to i přehazoval, mně přišlo. No, nedělá těžký úder, nevím proč.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Wait, she here?
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour could prove essential. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needed. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for his caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
Já ji tam nechci, je protivná. $1350 bodů, jo.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
No, Mandragora je ten bordel místní, teď si nejsem jistý.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club. An affiliation
Jo,
of
to
local
je to
artists.
sdružení, jasně.
Painters, sculptors,
Místních
troubadours and
bohemů,
dancers.
Never heard of it.
co
They
bojují proti
exude
systému.
mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Audacious.
Tak. Blekni si šaty k trbudu. Na to se pěkně vykašlu. No, jedu 3/4 hodiny. Je tady nějaký rychlocestování? Jo, to je tady. Ne, tam se oblíká, tady můžu být. Jo. Já tam asi jenom doběhnu před to. Nejstrči.
What a day.
Hey, is that not this? It's him. Get his. Don't let him get momentum.
Too late to surrender.
Fakt nedělá těžký útoky, nevím proč. Co to mělo znamenat? Jo, to je jak na něj vypsali tu odměnu. No, to jsem já.
The
creature's rather handsome.
Keep calm! Start no brawls!
Je to divný s těma útokama, že by jako se tady nemohli dělat, ale to je blbost. Má to tam popsaný nějaký specifika? No poškozením silným úderem, no jako mám ho tam normálně psaný. Fakt tomu nerozumím. No a jenom takový jako, že to se dává trojúhelníčkem, který normálně funguje. A to zbalování. Nerozumím tomu, proč dělá jenom lehký útoky.
Shone in its eyes your glow, scent marking times like a daisical flow.
To je motýlek, ten, co jsem s ním byl na tom questu, jak mě sledoval a skládal básně.
Bidding them farewell, the gravestones musk covered, they strode briskly on by doubts unencumbered. The witch's blade flashed, juices spouted and poured, covering all about in a narcissus gore. No piece of the stylist fell from its boughs. The frisser had been nabbed by aught else most foul. Oh no, foul bandits have bound our stylist in chains. Little do they know they'll be punished in pain. They froze in their fear the knight's henchmen and squires, while his bowels set loose, heavenward spiraled. The witcher cleft him in two lacerated, his neck swing the swine adroitly castrated. With one more caress from the witcher's blade, the knight's guts popped out, his breakfast betrayed. Then hobbled a pace on his stump arms like crutches, all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess. Hail, fellow, well met. Beautiful day for a tourney.
No. Jo, tak v podstatě přehrál to, co předtím tam skládal. Ježiš, já jsem došel k tomu kryčovství, já jsem jeli to. Chtěl jsem sem a jsem v kryčovství. A to nevadí. Jako šušníků mám dost. Kde je nějaký týpek? A.
Welcome back to our northern dandy.
All jests aside, let me see.
I'm more than...
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Masku asi nepotřebuju, ne? Ty máš dveře ven, kámo, tady.
Don't dare to think you've got cards.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
Tak. Já si to uložím a pokračovat budu příště. 52 minut. Užvaněný, tyjo, samá animace, jsem z toho docela otrávený. A tak to bych se opakoval už pomockrát, no, pomockrátý. Nemám to úplně rád. Ale co už. Tak, příště. Čus, čus.